Precious. The Raging Bull Manny Fernandez will take on Brad Armstrong. The Kansas Jayhawks against the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette. Ron Garvin against Ravishing Rick Rude. And in this cage, you'll see the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff against Magnum TA. Here's Ivan Koloff.
I know, Magnum TA, you want to get my nephew Nikita inside the cage with the United States heavyweight title on the line. This is the way you operate, American. You wanted it for sure that there would not be any kind of doubt in anyone's mind, any kind of interference, not that there ever was in any of our matches, not that there ever was whenever nephew Nikita took the title away from you in the first place. I know you go around telling a lot of lies, Magnum TA, but even if it was so, what are you going to do about it, big man? You come out here shooting your big mouth out how tough you are just because you're an American, the second strongest country in the world. That doesn't make you the toughest. I am from the number one country in the world, the USSR, and I'm proud of it. I'm also proud of the fact that nephew Nikita is United States heavyweight champion. The Crusher Khrushchev and myself are United States tag team champions. And Magnum TA, I think down deep in your heart, in your soul, this bothers you. Your pride in America, because Russians hold all the major titles, and because it was taken away from you. So you want to take it away from nephew Nikita now. But I say no. You think you're so tough? You come ahead and you take Ivan Koloff on. Let's see how tough you are. This cage is not going to be a help to you. It's going to be a hindrance, because I'm going to run your body right through it, Magnum TA, and defeat you again.
We had, say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the distant distance is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Everybody, welcome back to Ring Time Pro Wrestling. Keith and Keisha have found the building again. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's show. I swear to you, I'm a little bit more calmer than I was last week. Or as a matter of fact, I was calm last week. I don't know. I'll get it together. I definitely will get it together. If not today, tomorrow, and not that, the next day. So it is what it is. But I thank you all for joining us because you're awesome.
Right. We are here to talk about wrestling, the week's events. We had another busy week in the world of professional wrestling. We were kind of worried how the show was going to lay out, Keish, me in particular, because I was like, man, I mean, you know, I don't like to do a purely recap show, right?
Right.
Like, I like to have something to talk about. And I thought I would go have a lot to talk about, Keish, and then I got a gift from the gods. And I saw it, and I sent it to you 2 hours ago. I said, I see what we're going to talk about.
Right.
WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
All right. By now, usually I have written a fantasy book for WrestleMania, and I haven't. Don't worry. Somebody got a leak on the internet of what the WrestleMania card is supposed to be looking like and the call sheet. It is a obvious fake, but I don't really care for today's purposes. Right?
Right.
So what we are going to do is go down this card that has been suggested by somebody on the magical internet. I think about 60% of these matches actually are going to happen, though, Keish.
Yeah,
but
I actually agree with you.
I don't think the WWE actually has a full-fledged direction about how this is going to work. But I say about 60% of these matches will happen. So we're going to go down and play Fantasy Matchmaker. We're going to say yay or nay. We're going to tell why that's not going to work. So that's the main event of the show. We'll do this like Raw. We're going to do the opening promo, and it's pretty much setting up the main event. Then we fill in the middle stuff, right?
Right.
So that's what's going down. Keish, how was your week?
Long.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't that bad. Last week was worse. So this week was a little better. I get to end my week with 2 12-hour training classes that I don't get paid for. So that's how my week's gone. How about yours?
Going okay. I'm probably in a situation where I might get passed up for a promotion that I'm clearly qualified for. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah,
that it sucks.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. And it's in my mind, I'm like, that sounds like somebody needs to be cussed out. But that's not what you do in that situation. So professional me understands, and it's like, no, let's not do that. Let's not do that. But like at home, me is like, man, somebody needs to be cussed out for that one because that just sounds ridiculous. I mean, I have to honestly say that I almost forgot that 2 weeks from tomorrow is my birthday. So I have a little something to look forward to right now. It's getting me through these weeks, these next couple of weeks or so, because I'm telling you, there's too much going on.
Okay.
Way too much going on. Hey, I'm just saying. Like, work has been a roller coaster ride, and the reason why I'm sitting in 2 training classes this weekend is because we're changing. I'm actually going to be changing security companies, so I'm not going to stop working where I'm at. I get to be at the same building. I just now going to be working for a different company. So in order for me to do that, I now have to go through another 24 hours of training, which will pretty much be the same. Most of the information will be the same stuff that I learned in the last one. And yeah, it's ridiculous. For those of you that don't know, I work in security in Georgia. So this is what happens when you change security companies here. Like, you end up taking the same class like 11 times because that's just Georgia law and that's just requirement. So,
it's the place where you actually have to have a security guard license. Who the fuck needs a license to be a security guard? I don't know. Anyway,
well, that's the thing. If that's the case, like, like most states require you to just do it once and get it over with. Yeah. Georgia's like, no, you need to get certified for every security company you work for. So they make you take this class over and over and over again, and it's so ridiculous. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I'm not even. I didn't even come here for that. I came here for the wrestling. So that's pretty much what we've been in. We're going to get to that.
I just like to give a window into the thoughts and minds of the host and what's going on and where they at during the week. But yeah, it's time for that wrestling. We're going to rewind it, kick it back to Monday, and we have Raw and Keish.
Yes.
Okay, this Raw started off similar but different, right? Now, this is what I'm talking about. They need to think of different ways to start these shows. All right, but this one was good. KO explained himself about last week, but didn't really explain himself, right?
Right.
But damn, that was a good promo.
It was awesome.
Damn, and like it was
I've seen in a long time.
They did all the stuff I like, right? So first of all, he came out in the suit. Now, maybe because I was raised on Ric Flair. You know I have a certain affinity for my heels to wear suits.
Right.
Especially championship level heels. Now if you're just a regular heel, if you down on like the mid-card heel, you don't need a suit. Unless you're in a faction with a champion. But if you're the main event guy and you a heel, get your suit game up, right?
Have you noticed that that's been the trend lately?
Yeah, a lot of guys getting it
with some of the
together.
heels.
But if you go, look, man, how the hell you working for the head boss of the corporate office and you ain't got no suit? So you gotta
Right.
you gotta have a suit. Okay, so even KO, and see, I think that when even the Rebel puts on a suit, it says, "Look, this is serious." KO had a suit game on point. He in the ring, he talking
Right.
smack. He telling Goldberg, "You ain't ready, son." He telling Jericho, "Hey, bruh, you done here. I don't need y'all." No, you don't. You don't need to, KO. That's what's up. So now we set the table, and then, man, when they cut the lights out and they just put the spotlight on him in the middle of the ring, that's hot shit, Keish.
It is.
That's how I like to set things up. So
It was greatness.
yeah,
It was a whole nother level of greatness. Like, when they started it, I knew it was going to be something totally different from what we've seen from him in a long time. In a while, actually. I won't even use it a long time, but it wasn't going to be the regular KO stuff. It wasn't going to be the regular promo stuff. It wasn't going to be the stuff you see every week, the stuff you've seen beforehand. No, this is something totally different. And it was refreshing. It was definitely something that was worth watching. It was a great kickoff for the show in general. There was great touches to the entire promo that made me sit here and be like, well, damn, KO. Like, seriously, you know. And that's all you could really do. All you could really do is really just sit there and just kind of question, like, man, is this real? You know, like, is he for real? He was for real. He was serious, and it was awesome, and I loved it. So,
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I know KO has a hard time working at being a heel. I mean, a hard time. And the reason he has a hard time at working at being a heel, not because it doesn't come naturally to him, but because he's so good that the fans love him.
right.
And he has to try to keep that distance and not embrace that these people are loving every minute of what he's doing. And the guy works hard at this. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for whatever's next with this. As we get later in the show, he does some really good things, some things that are kind of cryptic. I enjoy every minute of it. So there's that. Enzo and Cass defeat Sheamus and Cesaro to become the new number one contenders for the titles. Two things I got out of this match. One, Cesaro is so much better than almost everybody else.
Yeah,
Two,
I can agree with that.
hey, Keish, I need somebody to get me that GIF. I guess that's what it's called, the GIF. When Enzo was talking that smack at the end of the match, and Sheamus boot the hell out of him. Can somebody get that for me?
Awesome.
Internets, I need that GIF in my inbox, because when trolls start talking to me on the internet crazy, I want to be able to just send it out to them. Like, look, basically watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
He was talking too much, Keith. He was talking way too much. And it was hilarious because you really didn't see it coming.
No.
It is kind of like, it literally just like, pow. And it's like, really?
Yeah, I mean, those guys supposed to be the baby faces. You was just kind of like, yeah. Hey, bro, you kind of had that coming.
Right. Exactly. That's what was so funny to me. That's what was so hilarious to me about it. Because he was just talking too much. He was talking way too much. Way too much. And then out of nowhere, you just see this foot, like.
Yeah.
You just see this foot, like, it's one of those refreshing moments where people was like, "Thank you," you know. And it's crazy because I don't want people to get misconstrued. I love Enzo, I do, I really do. But sometimes, man, he just does too much and he takes it too far, and it's just like, okay.
Well, like I said, I mean, they were still the baby faces and all that. It was just at that moment, everybody watched it was like, yes. And I think it's one of those things like where real life kind of kicks in. It's like, there's somebody almost every day, at least I know in my life, that I would like to do that to.
Right.
Like, I would love to get that kick off. Just once. Just once. Ride out and just go hard. Like, bam. Not even a kick. I mean, a kick is a lot of... well, here's the thing. I would love to do the kick, but I can't get my leg that high anymore. So, I would love to just go with a forearm to the face to some people. So, I mean, it gets real... There's somebody that talk a little smack here, like where you like, yep.
Some people, yeah, I can give you that one. It's a lot. Like, there's folks that I know see too much, talk to too much, that I would love to just kind of like drop kick,
right?
Bro kick, forearm. Just punch. Like, I'm telling you, it's so much. Because it gives you, sometimes you just get that feeling like, oh my God, I really just want to kill you. Like, it's really, and to the ones that's out there questioning, like, is it me? It probably is you. I'm just saying.
I mean, no, if you're asking that question, more than like this, if you don't feel like that about somebody, you the person that talk too much.
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
Just want to put that out there. Brian Kendrick beats up Akira Towzowa before the match. I like nutty Brian Kendrick. Always a good thing to see him. The Bullet Club, Gallows and Anderson, defeat Roman Reigns via DQ. Even though Roman does look strong after the match because he's still able to hold on and beat up both of them. Which is kind of how it ended last week. I mean, no real thing here. But, of course, Roman met a similar fate from last week as we'll get to that later in the show.
Right.
Some announcements were made, Keish. I can do this before the news. There will be another member of the WWE 2017 Hall of Fame class. So we're starting to round out this class. Like, we almost getting full here. Right. The fourth member of the class will be one DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, which is cool.
Excited about that.
Because, I mean, he was on the rumor list this year. Like, they were saying it was him and Rick Rude early on. Those was the names. And those were the names that was dropping. They dropped Kurt Angle. They dropped Rock and Roll Express, which was on the rumor mill too. Teddy Long, I think, was one of the surprises. I didn't see him buzzed over the internet, but definitely deserving. There's a write-up on Teddy Long's Hall of Fame induction on the RingTimeProWrestling.com website, RingTimeProWrestling.com. Also, if you go to RingTimeProWrestling.com, on our articles, we have some links. We got some banners. If you want to go shop on Amazon, go to ringtimeprowrestling.com page and click the Amazon banner, and you can use Amazon and give us a kickback. Also, we are a affiliate with Target now. We are working with Target. Yeah, the big red store with the bullseye, the red and khaki people, who I may or may not used to work for. Also,
I remember those guys.
Also, hey, if you go into Target and you got on some khakis and a polo shirt, you asking for it.
You really are.
You so asking for it.
People get approached. Hey, excuse me, bitch, I work here.
Yeah. Look, you should not go into any retail establishment with khakis on and any kind of polo, any kind of like solid color polo, because somebody is gonna ask you some questions.
Yeah, because I don't walk in Walmart like that, and I definitely got approached like 6 times.
You be in there shopping, and it happens to me at just a lot of stores, and I don't even have to be really dressed to like the work kind of thing, but man, I've gotten it at Office Max. I have gotten it at matter of fact, 2 weeks ago I got it at the Nike store, and I'm pretty sure I had just got off work, but I wasn't dressed like any of the Nike store people. I just had my name badge hanging around my neck, but that was it. Ladies started asking me about shoes. I'm like, I'm clearly shopping here. Like, I got 2 boxes of shoes in my hand, and I'm looking at a third, and she's like, hey, so what are these shoes good for? Lady, I don't know. You don't know nothing about the shoes? Lady, I don't work here. But I think it's that I look like I know what I'm doing. So people just start asking me, man, like, you know.
He's like,
also,
yeah, he looks like he works here.
Also, I don't leave stuff anywhere in a store. So, like, if I get something and I don't want it no more, I actually put it back where it's supposed to go.
All right.
So I think people see that and think that, oh, he know what he's doing, so he must work here. No, my wiring is just that I'm not like a lot of you people who just think, oh, somebody else will just clean up my mess and leave stuff everywhere.
He ain't rude, people. That's just rude.
Okay. But
don't just leave stuff in random places.
And I am OCD, I found out. Like when I'm in the CD section, I will put stuff in the right spot. But that's another discussion for another day.
This is why. Didn't I tell you you're not allowed to go to stores without adult supervision? See, I can't tell you.
Yeah. Everybody tell me I ain't, but don't nobody ever stop me. So I'm always there. Just like I come home and I can save so much money if I just go to the store and get what I was supposed to get when I go there and don't get nothing else. No. If you send me to the store for a loaf of bread, I bet you I come back with a loaf of bread, milk, a case of Coke, and you know what I'm saying, some popcorn, some Doritos.
As your sister, I can completely understand this because I am the exact same way. So, because I guarantee you, there's been times I went to a store for stuff, and I would come home with everything but what I went to the store for.
Right.
Like,
yeah, like you sent me there for one thing, and I got 3 bags of stuff, and ain't nothing in that bag with the one thing that you asked me to get.
Exactly. And I've been got halfway home, and I only even realized that I didn't get what I was supposed to. I won't realize it until I got home. Check the receipt, look through the bags, and be like, I didn't even get the damn thing that I went to the store for. But then spent about $25, way over what I had expected. And then be like, yeah, so I'll get it tomorrow. Let's be done with it. Yep, I'm not even. I can't sit here. I'm sitting here talking about him, people, but I'm not allowed to go to the store without adult supervision either. I'm not, but I go anyway. Like, no one's telling me that I can't, so forget it. Like, I do it too much. Like, hey, let me go get some, let me go get some fruit real quick. Yeah, I have fruit, all right, and chocolate, and chips, and probably some drinks, and a case of water. Like, I don't know, this is too much. It's too much. But let's continue.
Okay. Let's see. We talked about DDP. So
that's correct.
Paige is in the Hall of Fame. And here's the thing. One thing I think WCW doesn't get credit for is Paige being a star. Like when they talk about Monday Night Wars, right?
Right.
One of the things they say is the only star that was created was Goldberg. Okay, in WCW. Because Sting was already in existence. Hogan, Hall, Nash were all from WWF. Luger, Flair, you know what I mean? You go down the line, Steiners, they were already guys in the camp, right?
Right.
DDP was in the camp, but the guy was never, he was not what I banked on him ever becoming, right?
That's true.
I've been watching wrestling my whole life. If you told me in 1995 that DDP was going to be a star in 1999, in 2000 or whatever, he'd be world champ, I would have said, man, get the fuck out of here.
All right.
He has the most interesting story in the world. He didn't become an active in-ring performer until age 35.
35.
As somebody who's almost, I turned 38 this year, I ain't about to be active nothing. All my activity is going in reverse. I did all that shit to half my age. You know what I mean? I barely work a full-time job, and I sit at a desk. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I wouldn't be doing none of that. DDP became a full-time wrestler. Like, understand, he was in the business. He worked as a manager. He done did commentary. Like, he could probably hung around doing other things, but no, he wanted to be a wrestling superstar. He learned from the best. One of his best friends was Jake Roberts. Jake really helped him get his groove on and learn how to lay out a match and how to do things. One of the biggest breaks he got in his career was he had a feud with Savage when he started, because he didn't go to the NWO, so he being solo. That feud with Savage took him to the next level. Savage respected him, even put him over, and it was like, whoa. And when that happened, it was so next level, because a lot of guys who were in the business said they never thought he would get that far, or nobody would ever do that for him, and they had to sit there with egg on their face when it came down and said to him and said, hey, Savage said he's going to put you over. So, stuff like that happened. And I want to say, like I said, I don't think they get enough credit for him being a star during that time. Like, he's the other half of the Dennis Rodman Karl Malone match where Hogan and Dennis Rodman take on Karl Malone and somebody. It was Karl Malone and DDP.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to have enough star power to help somebody else carry that match.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Shout out to DDP for being in the Hall of Fame. The DDP yoga, which has really kicked off and really doing some things. And, hey, help save people's life. If you watch the Resurrection of Jake Roberts on Netflix, part of it is a big-ass commercial for DDP yoga.
Yeah, it
but
is.
You do get a lot out of it and understand what they're trying to do.
That movie was absolutely breathtaking in every sense of the word.
Also,
I watched that and I was fascinated, man, because I learned stuff that I didn't even know had happened, and was like, dude, damn, because that movie is deep, people. Let me just put it to you like that. That movie is deep. Okay? Like, it goes a little fast. It goes way beyond it just being about, DDP's involvement. It is deep. I don't know if I'm using the accurate terminology for it or the right vocabulary. That movie's deep. It is definitely worth watching. If you are a wrestling fan of any sort, and you have seen these men wrestle, throw Sky Hall in there too. not to talk about that snake and DDP. You need to watch this movie. I know I'm getting way off track. I have went left really quickly, but man, that movie was great.
Yeah, no, it was good. I liked it. I thought it was one. I think it's good to see good depictions of Jake, right? Like Jake really wanted to get off this stuff, man. He really had to work hard. And whew, Keish. I mean, because here's the thing: for anybody who watched Beyond the Mat, if that was like your last impression of Jake Roberts, bruh, I don't really know what to tell you. Because, man, Beyond the Mat, I still can't get that out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like, yo, hey, I need some crack. And I ain't doing this shit without no crack.
Right.
It was like, oh, wow, this can't be life. But,
yeah. It was deep.
Oh, no. DDP going to the Hall of Fame. The New Day will host WrestleMania 33, which will take place in Orlando when it should be in Pontiac, Michigan, but that is neither here nor there.
Okay.
It's the 30th anniversary of the greatest WrestleMania that, probably kicked off and made this company what it was. But they're going to do it in Orlando, and they probably have to rehab that damn ugly-ass Citrus Bowl again, where they could have spent $1 million rehabbing the dome, and I don't know. Well, maybe like $4 million because they'd have to replace the roof now because the roof done got fucked. But, hey, I think it could have been done. But,
yeah.
That's cool. Hey, man. We
But
tried, right?
Whatever.
We tried.
Right.
If you don't know, you can go back to some Retired Pro Wrestling episodes from like 2012, 2011. Maybe we might have caught the WWE offices live on air. And somebody may have called the Silverdome live on air, which the Silverdome did not. They actually got back to me like 2 or 3 times. Like they was interested, but once again, neither here nor there. But the New Day will host. Not sure if they'll have matches, but they will be hosting. So, they find new entertaining things for New Day to do.
Yeah, they do.
They did beat Jinder Mahal and Rusev.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. And Lana found an iPad, and that was part of the match, and they got the iPad back and destroyed it. Because, hey, why not destroy somebody's $700 piece of technology? Who knows? There might have been an iPad 1 used. I don't know, Keish. Jack Gallagher and Neville had the contract signed for Fastlane.
Oh, Lord, that was just ridiculous. I mean, it was such a waste. I was like, seriously?
Well, you know how I feel about contract signings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, that's... We've overdone it. Like, we've done all we can do with the contract signing.
Right. That I would, you know what? I'll be perfectly satisfied if they didn't do it for like another 5 years. Like seriously, it's over exaggerated. Like I really think at times the creative team is like, hey, this one thing works. Let's just do this like every other week for like the next like 6 years. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That wasn't necessary. I guess I just wasn't really agreeing with it. Like, I have no problem if they have some kind of level of confrontation, but I really just am not with the whole contract signing thing. It was ridiculous. I was like, okay. Really? Mm-mm.
Yeah, but they had it. And, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is true.
So,
the match is going to happen. We all know that.
Here's the thing. I think Gallagher is a star in the making. And I think Neville is getting a really good look in this cruiserweight division. I think this is probably one of the best things that ever happened to his career. Because I don't know what else they was doing. This is one of the best things that ever happened to his career. That all being said, Nia Jax drops the jobber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she dropped that jobber hard. I don't even know if I'd be signing up for that shit. Like,
True.
those jobbers, they be like, yeah, I mean, I need a check.
Right.
Life is hard on these indies.
They need. No, I don't need to check that much. I'm just saying.
I mean, because you got to think,
I'm
a
sorry.
lot of them, because they local, you know what I mean? They probably go to day jobs. And
Right.
I'm sorry. I ain't about to get a boot to my face for my coworkers to see and be like, oh, that's what you do on the weekends, Keith? Nope, don't start. Because when people see you get your ass whooped, I think they start feeling more empowered and willing to talk slick to you. Even if it did happen in sports entertainment. And I ain't about to let that happen. Because you try me at work, you're going to find out that it's going to get complicated.
See, for me, people know me as too. They don't. Most of the people at work don't know who I am at home. They don't know me outside of work. They just know me when I'm there behind the desk, I'm smiling and saying "Hey," and all that kind of stuff. But then there's a select few that know me, so they know. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things you just don't even need to even think about saying to me. Or you don't need to think about doing, or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of, so anyway, let's continue, shall we?
All right.
I mean, Nia looked awesome, though, I admit. But then again, I don't think I've seen, there's been a time lately where I haven't seen her look as awesome. So, even if she lost, she looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's just Nia Jax for you.
Well, with that being said, Bayley talks to Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie tries to get Bayley to give up the title. I got two things out of that, Keish. One.
Was one of them that you can't stand Stephanie?
I mean,
if not, you didn't get what you needed to get out of it. Cause I can't stand her still.
Well, I can't stand the heel authority figure thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like we've done that, we've explored that for 20 years. We could kind of ease back. Like they don't always have to show up. Like I think there's enough there that she didn't have to be involved. That being said, she is so good at being evil. Like scarily good at being evil. Now,
yeah,
I know I just said this about somebody who has a picture of their whole family with Donald Trump at the White House, which probably is telling me I shouldn't be surprised she's good at being evil. But
yeah,
she's very good at being evil.
Keith, I'm waiting for her to expose her devil horns and tail, because even when she smiles, she looks like that's just what she naturally has. Like she is evil. like I'm not saying she is evil. Forget it. I'm not gonna sit here and she's living. No, she is evil. I can't stand Stephanie. Like the fact that she even came out there and did all of that was a whole bunch of theatrics. Like it was really just too much. Because her last name, well, if you really want to be legally technical, I mean, that's not her last name at this point, but because she was born a McMahon, she just feels like she runs the world, and it's like, no, you have your own boundaries, and one of them is not burying your talent. that is one of your boundaries. So, she came out there Monday night, and it didn't go her the way she wanted it to, and I was actually happy about that. I was glad.
Well, here's the thing. I thought Bayley was actually going to hand over the title. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because
But
I thought Bayley was going to be like more of a traditional baby face with it. But it's kind of funny too because like they did it with like ignoring any idea of that, like, you know, Charlotte cheated all the fucking time. And Sasha came down because of Dana Brooke. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But, you know, that was there.
I'm glad Bayley didn't give up the title. I am. I'm glad she didn't give up the title. You know, because in all honesty, like, I just really wanted her to stick it to Stephanie. But not only that, but it was just, and she said herself, okay, she pinned Charlotte in the ring 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, Stephanie wants to point out the fact that, oh, Sasha helped her and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. But how many times have we seen, including her own husband now, matter of fact, her included, definitely. Let's talk about Stephanie. Stephanie, when you became women's champion, you didn't do it on your own. Not at all. To keep your title running, to keep your title reign running, you had other people pretty much doing the job for you.
Well, I mean, you know, it's all about being hypocritical. I mean, that's what heels do.
Of course.
Heels are hypocrites.
Of course it is. Because we don't talk about what I've done. What we're talking about is what you need to do. Well, I'm glad Bayley didn't give up that title. And I'm glad that she shut her down completely. But what I'm not happy about was the backstage segment that she had with Mick. That's what I'm not happy about. This is Stephanie I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, seriously? Because this whole authority figure heel thing is gone way out of hand. You know? Way out of hand.
Yeah.
And it just needs to be dissolved. I'm not saying that they have to be good. They just need to get rid of that element. It needs to stop at some point. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to something weird. I don't know if somebody going to turn on somebody, or is it going to be where, you know, somebody got to go away for a while. It's, so.
Yeah. I just don't really deal well with, I mean, you made the man general manager for a reason, right? So then, all of a sudden, now, you spend your time belittling him, talking to him in the most condescending tones. I mean, like, I can't even imagine, like, who takes this kind of like, literal abuse at work. Like, it's like, seriously? And you expect a man to just be like, okay, and just walk off and not say anything? Like, no. So, she was upset. I get it. No one cares, but okay. I don't want to see it play out to continue to be this, like, revenge train or anything like that, but of course, we probably will. So, let's continue. Because there was more to Raw than just that.
Okay.
But I know I'll go on all day long about that. if I keep talking about it.
Okay. So we leave that Sasha wrestles Charlotte, which they have a decent match. Earlier that night, KO, after his epic promo, was about to leave. And Foley told him he had a match with Sami Zayn. He told, damn, man, I thought you liked Sami Zayn. Which I thought was some good heel shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, look, hey, your boy about to get fucked up. And that's kind of
Right.
Because you need to tell people. You need to let them know. Your boy about to get fucked up.
Exactly.
It ain't nothing personal.
No,
it's just
not
that
at all.
somebody got to get their ass whooped. And apparently you put him in the line.
So now it's going to be him, and there's nothing you can do about it. So deal with it, suck it up, and watch it.
Right.
That's it.
And
And all and be all.
Right.
Right.
So that happened. And then they never even really get to the match because Sami Zayn cut his promo earlier that night and decided to mention Samoa Joe again. And see, I don't think Sami get that Joe told him, keep my name out your mouth.
Right.
And I don't think Sami fully understands ramifications of when somebody tell you keep their name out their mouth. Keep their name out your mouth. You supposed to keep their name out your mouth.
Exactly.
And
that's what you're supposed to do.
Joe is already proven to be a man of Pearl Harbor, and he will come on the sneak, and he snuck your ass again and beat the hell out of you. And KO just watched.
Right.
Because guess what? That's his boy now. Whether they did like each other before or not.
Right.
Excuse me. They both work for the same guy over at Raw. So, well, that's your friend.
Right.
Right. There's an interview with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, and Michael Cole was conducting it. And the interview just briefly stopped, and Paul would do his stuff. Keish, some of the greatest 5 minutes television ever.
Yeah.
Because Brock zooms up into the camera and gets up very close and personal with the camera. So he's face to face with the camera.
Right.
And he's just looking. And he had the perfect look on his face. And Paul just talking his shit. And all right.
There was nothing better that night. Like, it was nothing better that night. Like, that had to be some of the greatest stuff, like, to watch. Once he pretty much, like, told Michael Cole, yeah, you're good, you can go. And he got up in that chair, and he got up on that camera. I knew this was going to be epic. Paul Heyman is gold when it comes to this stuff. So to incorporate back in this the way that he did for him to cut this promo was absolutely solid. It was greatness. It was the best thing. It was one of the best things about the entire show. You know, when you go through 3 hours of wrestling, and one of the very best things that you've seen is for a guy as great as Paul to get up and do his thing wholeheartedly the way that he did, because that came from the soul. You know, Paul makes you believe.
Right.
If you didn't before, man, you are at the end. Like 100%.
Right.
So there ain't nobody touching him on that. I'm just saying. It was definitely something I watched like a good 3 times before I had to stop.
Right.
But yeah. Absolute gold.
Yeah. Braun Strowman took on Big Show in the main event. Keish, was you surprised this was a good match? Because I was.
I actually was. Because I wasn't expecting that. You know, when I see two big dudes like that, I'm like, oh, this is going to suck, you know? But it was actually surprisingly very good. I was actually impressed. I was like, oh, man, this is kind of awesome, you know? The back and forth between the two and the constant kick-outs, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. And Braun defeated Big Show as he expected. Roman Reigns showed up after the match and got beat the fuck up again. I don't know what happened. But,
yeah. Okay, so why, Keith?
This thing. I did not know that Strowman could do a drop kick. So I saw it, and I was like, "Oh wow, this dude good." And yeah, Roman showed up after the match and got beat the fuck up again.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why?
He said he could handle it.
Do he just like it? Is this enjoyable? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever filled the time.
Yeah, you're right about that, because that was just ridiculous. Personally, it was just too much. I was like, okay, I'm done. You know, I mean, I was enjoying the Big Show, Braun Strowman whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying? And then Roman is like, hey, I want to jump in this. And it's like, no, Roman, sit down. You know?
Right.
Like, let them have what's going on with them right now. Like, why do you have to come out here and get beat up? Like, we just don't have time for this right now. So, I just can't. But, I really can't.
Yep. So, with that being said, it is about time for us to hit the break. We're going to go into the break. We'll come back with the birthdays, the news, SmackDown, and our WrestleMania ideas. So, with that all being said, I will catch you on the other side.
Minute and a half interview about what just happened, but you can't elude the fact that you're on the way to the hospital to get stitched up. You know what? Green is from Muda, red from Funk, sweating because I just wrestled the toughest match of my wrestling career. I'm unscathed because the bottom line is I passed my own test. I'm back, and I think from the bottom of my heart, better than ever before. So Terry Funk, whether it's Atlanta, Georgia, St. Louis, Missouri, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, Charlotte, Greensboro, the end of the world, you and I will fight until one man walks away from this. And pal, like I said, I'm just getting warmed up. Just taking my first deep breath. Think about it, Terry Funk. You got Ric Flair dogging you from one end of the country to the other. And pal, you're gonna be mine. Woo!
All right, fans.
Yep, Ric Flair was mad as hell. But, you know, that's not
right.
So Terry Funk, hey, man, you just go get it. All right, it is February, and it's the end of February, Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
And today, February 24th, is a special day. It is the birthday of none other than Shinsuke Nakamura.
Awesome.
He turns 37. Born in 1980 in Japan. Shinsuke Nakamura turns 37. I mean, there's a lot of birthdays that we're going to talk about. But Nakamura turns 37. So, you know. Two-time NXT champion.
Mm-hmm.
Coming over from none other than Japan. Been crushing it in NXT since he been there. So, you know what I mean? Hey. Okay, from some of that musical piece.
Of course. Is that the only birthday? I know we're not done with birthdays.
No, we're not done with birthdays. Tomorrow, the 25th, Sean O'Haire will celebrate a birthday. Sean O'Haire was a one-time tag team champion with Chuck Palumbo in WCW. DJ Gabriel will be celebrating a birthday.
What happened to Sean O'Haire?
I mean, after the invasion angle. Okay. Still in the league. Sean O'Haire is no longer in the league. No. Sean O'Haire died September 8th, 2014.
I was just wondering because I kind of that would be nice, and I think I looked him up one day on Wikipedia or something because I was watching a match with him. Oh, you know what it was? I was watching some old school wrestling stuff, and I was going through the invasion era, and I watched a match between them two, and what was the Brothers of Destruction? It probably was. And I was like, what happened to Sean O'Haire? So I kind of looked it up, and then I ended up getting on his Wikipedia page, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, man. Dude, that sucks. That's why I had to ask. It came out of nowhere. I know it was really random. I'm sorry, y'all. We're going dark and really left field. I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay. But so also we had DJ Gabriel, Sean O'Haire. Maria will be celebrating the birthday tomorrow. Maria will be turning 35. And the big one. The biggest one of them all, Keish. Turning 67 tomorrow.
67?
It's none other than the 16-time world champion, the kiss stealing, Willie Dillon, son of a gun, Ric Flair. Yeah, man. Flair is in the building. Born in 1949. So, Flair turned 68. I had that wrong. He started 68. But yes.
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much.
Flair's still lifting. Did you see that picture of him?
Yes. Yes. Flair.
You know, girls, why don't you give it to him?
Flair out there.
Yeah, 400-pound deadlifts.
Woo! That's who's standing here today.
Like,
the world
Flair's out here out doing
heavyweight champion. Only one.
Some dudes there.
You're looking. Oh, girls, I can't stand it. Now I gotta talk. We all got.
He got it. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so I gotta give it up for Flair doing his thing, and after that, it's we fast forward to like Tuesday next week, and then Tuesday has a crazy set of birthdays, right? TNA announcer Mike Tenay is on the 28th, last day of February. Norman Smiley of WCW fame. Masato Tanaka and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat was born in 1953.
That's a very interesting list of birthdays.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting list of wrestlers that were all born on the same day.
Yeah. So, to give you a little backtrack, 1989, Chi-Town Rumble, one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. Ric Flair's 40 at that match. And Steamboat's 36. And I'm only telling you that to say it's one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. So when people start, I think we have a warped view of age in wrestling sometimes. So we be like, oh man, he getting up to like 33, he getting old. Nah, man, dude just getting started. Just now kind of getting into his prime.
Exactly.
So, just something I would like to give y'all some levity old. So now let's get to the news. Oh, my favorite part.
Lord.
I ain't gonna say it's my favorite part. Ivan Koloff passed away, Keish. So we was doing this show last week, right?
Right.
We talked about the passing of Nicole Bass. We talked about the passing of Georgia Animal Steel. Well, within like 24 hours, all of that, Ivan Koloff passed away. Ivan is a legend by all standards. I thought he'd be in the Hall of Fame already, and he's not. Former WWF champion, was a big-time heel in the territory in the 70s, facing off with Bruno and selling out the Garden a few times. Ivan probably was better known to a lot of fans in my age bracket as one part of the Russian triad with his nephew Nikita Koloff, who Nikita wasn't really Russian, he was from Minnesota, and Crusher Khrushchev, who was portrayed by Mr. Barry Darsow, who you might know as Smash from Demolition. But yeah, he was 1/3 of the Russian triad. Won numerous titles, different territories. Ivan was 74, I think, when he passed away. He Steel, kind of like towards the end of the game, they were talking about that he needed some hospice care and he needed some medical things taken care of and stuff like that. It was getting kind of bad. And then, we got the announcement. So, it kind of comes through, like I said, we had finished the show last week and already had it pressed up by the time that had went down. Kind of similar thing that happened the week before with us with Chavo Guerrero. Do you realize that in a 7-day stretch, it was Chavo Sr., Nicole Bass, George Animal Steel, and Ivan Koloff?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And when I seen Ivan Koloff, I was like, man.
I mean, that's a hell of a run for the business, man.
Right. Like, I don't even think, it happened so sudden, like, WWE didn't even have the time to, like, really, like, get prepared for it. I want to say it, I'm saying it in a way of saying it, like, when you watch Raw, you've seen how they had, like, the whole video package and everything for
George Animal Steel. I mean, they had tackles. I mean, it was within, like, 24 hours of each other.
Right.
So, I mean, they had time. I just don't know if I don't know how they prioritized it. That's fine. I'm not trying to go with who did what. You know what I mean? When we talking about death. The Paige biopic being produced by the WWE, and The Rock is in full-fledged production, man. Like, they even filmed some scenes after Raw.
Really?
Yeah. The match with where Paige actually wins the title from AJ Lee kind of will be simulated in the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like, it's going down, though. They are in the midst of filming, and It's going to be crazy. But yeah, there's a biopic on Paige's life, just in case you were not aware. And The Rock is going to be involved with the WWE and producing that biopic. Not just Paige's life, but her family. Like, because Paige has like one of the most interesting origin stories for a wrestler because she's come from a wrestling family. But they wasn't like in England. They're pretty well known, but they're not really like. It's not like she came out of the Guerrero camp, right?
Right.
Like she came from a hard-working, scrapping group where they learned. And I mean, she been in the business since she was like 13. Which, we talked about this on the UK tournament, man. Hey, those people, they be like 21. They be like, how long you been in the business? 10 years? Like, what? Man, you 21. Yeah, I know.
Right.
Like, oh, shit.
Right.
Man,
right.
Look, let me tell you something. At 11, you couldn't punch me or body slam me at all. I'd have stabbed somebody. I would be crying every day. That's what would have happened.
Right.
In other news, Linda McMahon officially confirmed as head of SBA, Small Business Association. The Senate, she passed the Senate confirmation hearing. There was no doubt that probably was going to happen. Like I said, I think Linda is the least troubling of the cabinet appointees of the current president. I was going to try to avoid politics on this show, but man, I don't give a fuck no more. Like, it's like, if you don't like what I got to say about this shit, fuck you. Because you're probably racist, or you're very comfortable with racism. Like, Keisha, I go into a rant, but then I'd be like Jim Cornette. You know what I mean? Because Cornette be like, I think he about to have a heart attack. But I'm like, shit, I can see why.
Right.
The current Attorney General has rescinded the Obama order where we were going to stop using private prisons. Nope. Let's wrap their private prison game back up. A lot of money to be made in the private prison game.
He's not racist. Like,
Oh, no, Jeff Sessions is pretty... I'm comfortable saying Jeff Sessions is racist. He got denied. Well, and this is kind of a funny thing. This is how the news organizations covered it, because news organizations are punks. It was like, he didn't make it in 86 as a judge because he was too conservative for Republicans. Too racist.
All right.
They had to hide a letter from Coretta Scott King. They didn't want people to read because it was like, hey, Coretta Scott King felt like it was like, I gotta let y'all know. Nope. Can't have that guy around.
Like, no,
they have a business.
So,
yeah.
No.
So, with that being said, let's get to something that I think. Okay. Can I tell you that I'm going to say this is funny?
Oh,
and
God.
It's not. It's despicably terrible. But if you think that this is sad, or if you think that this... If you blame wrestling, right, and you blame the WWE for it, I know your brain is the size of a peanut and you should not be allowed to talk. But let's go here. A middle school student located in, I guess it's Ponciana, Florida, was apparently decided to write up his own kill list. He decided to bring the class earlier in the week, as reported by News 13 Orlando. The report is claiming that the list was inspired by watching WWE superstar Chris Jericho. The kill list included other students, mostly ones on the football team ran by the school. The child says he wanted to shoot them. Deputies had no choice but to contact the child's parents and ask them about the list. Mom and Dad are claiming the boy got the idea from watching WWE and copying Jericho's gimmick.
Okay, no, and another no. No. That is not how that went. And I cannot believe that this is even happening. Okay? Why am I getting this? I am getting horribly defensive right now, but I know I should. Because that is not how his gimmick was. That is not how his character was.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he had a list, but he did not have a kill list. Like, he wasn't. Like, come on, man.
Oh.
Anybody that watching wrestling knows that he was not making a list of people he was going to kill. Like, that just didn't happen. And he definitely didn't even say that. Like, he never even called it that. He just called it the list. Like, what the is this?
It's idiot parents trying to blame wrestling on the fact that they suck at their job. Here's the thing, right? First of all, so is Santa Claus list where he checks it twice going to be another inspiration? Here's the thing. The parents say the kid did not intend any harm to any student. Okay. This is how I know they dumb as fuck. And this is how I know that they shouldn't be parents. You never should say anything like that when your kid brought a kill list. I don't like. It's good that the police took charge of this because, hey, anybody who make a list of people that they feel like they want to shoot, you take them serious.
Right.
Don't ever think that somebody is just joshing around or just playing when they talking about killing people. No, that is no. But and the school sent out an automated call to parents and guardians saying, "We are conducting a thorough investigation to ensure proper measures are taken." Look, here's the thing. To your point, Jericho's list is just his gimmick and it's funny. It's like, you're going to be on my list. Ha ha ha. Everybody laughs. The whole crowd gets a pop out of it. These parents are like I said, morons. And
they are.
The fact that their kid brought a kill list to school, one, it's just to know that the kid wants some attention. And a mom and dad living together couldn't provide the one kid attention. Two,
exactly.
The fact that they decided to put out a statement and say that he got it from watching wrestling is probably another side that these two parents should never co-create.
Yeah.
These are the dumbest people alive. Because you go blame wrestling for this? Really? That's what we doing? He saw that. Like I said, so Santa Claus list where he checks it twice was it the inspiration for the kill list? Like, if this ain't no psychotic Columbine shit, I don't know what is. And then the irony of it is, like, they have the nerve in the same statement to say, hey, he didn't mean no harm by it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go harm
no one
any
means harm by making a kill list.
Exactly.
Like, no one has any intention of really, like, going through it that, they're just making a kill list out of nowhere.
Right. Like, I just was like, okay, who? Because I fully 100% put the blame on the kids' parents. Because if your kid watched Jericho and that's what he got from watching Jericho, then you are probably raised in a crap of a household. Like, I'm just going in all of the parents. Like, you about to see. Because, see, this is the thing. I'm going to tell you what happens, too, in this knee-jerk, twisted society that we have. Somebody at WWE saw that and was like, you know what? We can't have the list anymore. I'm serious. Somebody else to go watch this and be like, nope, we cannot have the list anymore. Nope, not good.
Right.
Not good. Nope. We don't want to inspire kids. No, nobody was inspired to kill nobody.
That again.
Yeah. Right. Hey, man. You want to know the reason why Seth Rollins can't do the curb stop anymore? Vince thought it would be a bad idea. Vince said he saw that curb stop and his vision was he saw Shane doing it to Stephanie in his head and thinking like some kid was going to do that to their sibling and that was going to be it for them and that was going to be a lawsuit. Now, crazy thing, I think that's semi-reasonable. I still would have done it, but I can see where his point came from.
Right.
How can I see where the point happened from these parents to say, hey, he got the idea to put together a kill list where he would kill his classmates from watching Jericho?
Yeah. See,
Jericho
that's what got me about it.
The whole thing about the list is innocuous. Like, there's no reasoning for the list. He just said, you're on my list. Jim, you're on my list. You know what I mean? And everybody laughs. Like, it's not really... Okay. Now, the fact that the kid wouldn't kill all the kids on the football team, lets me know he probably might have got a little bit bullied. I don't know.
But it's a different situation from you just made the list. Like, this is a totally different situation. Like, 100%. So I don't understand how two parents, how the parents of this child can sit there and be like, oh, you got it from wrestling.
Little Billy,
where'd you
get the drug from? I got it from watching you, Dad. Oh, sorry. You remember that commercial? I got it from watching you.
Yes.
That shit
right.
would not have worked in my house.
Okay.
Not have worked in my house. Let's see. Get some more information here. Do you know there's possibly a movie with John Cena and Ice Cube coming out?
What? Get the fuck out.
Called Vacation Friends. Yeah. And this ain't even on no news. You're probably not going to find this on any website. I got this from some secondhand information. But yeah, they're working on a movie called like Vacation Friends or Vacation, and it's going to be them two. And I guess they'll be like on vacation or vacation rental, something crazy with their family. It's going to be like a family comedy kind of thing.
Oh, Lord.
Man, Cena going to be doing so many movies. This shit's going to be crazy. Which also, the Ring Time Pro Wrestling movie reviews are coming back. Like with a vengeance. I'm going to do a bunch of them.
Of course, there's going to be more than that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to get that up.
Tell them about Linda.
Yeah, no. So The Rock, if you don't know, made a phone call to CM Punk at Raw on Monday. The Rock was there. It was before the show went live on the air, and he was telling people about the page thing or whatever. And he decided, hey, while I'm here, I called CM Punk. And he tried to FaceTime or something, and it didn't go through well, but it got kind of controversial, and I don't know why. But Rock said, hey, I work off instinct, always listen to the people and try to give them something special. Huge positive feedback from the WWE Universe. Fun night. WWE officials were not pleased. They weren't happy. But, you know.
Of course they weren't.
I don't think that lawsuit been settled either.
Yeah.
So, Keish, I'm going to give you something here. And I'm sure you probably heard this, don't want to talk about it, but because I'm petty, I like to talk about things like this. Adult film company Braziers is filming a parody of the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Braziers movie produced a parody of WWE's infamous Montreal Screwjob, which already has a porn appropriate name. Featuring actresses Mia Malakova as WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels, and Romy Rain as WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, and Johnny Castle as Vince McMahon. So the two ladies will play a wrestler, a guy will play Vince, of course.
Wait, this is what you just described is sounds weird as shit.
Well, here's the thing, Keisha, if they don't do it, it becomes a gay porn, and
but
I'm not saying I was going to watch the Montreal Screwjob, but I definitely would not have watched it.
Ew. So, wait. But didn't you just name off a female being involved in this?
Yes. The wrestlers will be portrayed by females. So, there'll be a female player, Shawn, a female player, Brett. They'll probably have different names because they got to protect the innocent and also not want to pay anybody.
Oh, this is going to be... this is absolutely disgusting. Like, what's up, man?
Filming began this week, but there's no word yet when the movie will be released. It appears the F Job will be the name of the movie.
The F Job.
No, don't get me wrong. This is not the first wrestling parody porn that came out. China, God bless the dead, made a parody porn of some wrestling. Like the whole thing was wrestling themed. Even to a point where she has tryst with Stephanie McMahon and Vince in the locker room.
Oh my God! Right.
Yeah. Shame to say I saw that one.
Okay.
That's the only reason I can tell you about. But
And
but yeah, this company is going to do that. Yeah.
I'm not even touching on that. I have so many comments and so many questions, but you know what? I'm going to stay in my little corner. That I'm done. I'm not even. Nope.
So let's go back let's bring this back normal. Finn Balor should be back pretty soon. He
awesome.
appeared at some NXT tapings and helped out Shinsuke Nakamura when he's being held down by Bobby Roode. They say the guy's physique looks amazing, and he is going to be ready to perform soon. So we'll see what they do with that. Kevin Sullivan, legendary WCW wrestler, booker, things like that, has returned to behind the scenes at TNA.
Really?
TNA get a lot of old school cats back. Jeff Jarrett's back in the mix, so I think he's going to start reaching out to a lot of people that he felt like have good wrestling minds and see what they can pull out of what's going on.
Okay. Sounds positive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of news this week.
Yeah. But with that being said, I think I'm done. I don't really think there's anything else I really want to talk about that much. Plus, we got to get into the, towards the end of the show, the stuff we got to talk about. So.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to continue, huh?
Yeah. So, SmackDown kicks off kind of jacked up because Naomi had to give up the women's title due to injury. She had a knee injury.
So pissed. I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I hate it for her. I really do.
Yeah, because it means she's probably going to miss
her.
WrestleMania, right?
Damn it. I was excited. Shit. I was excited. I was thoroughly ecstatic, man. Oh, I hate it for her.
Yeah, man.
Like, I do, because this was going to be a defining moment, you know? For her, for it was just going to be awesome. It was going to be greatness. You know what I'm saying? She finally got her time. She finally got her moment. And it's just been ripped from her over something that she can't even control, man. Sucks. Like, I hate it for her. I do. And you know what? I have to honestly say, when Alexa Bliss came out at that moment, like, I really wanted Naomi to, like, really just kick her in the face. Like, I seriously was like, please don't ruin this right now, because you suck. Like, I can't. So, yeah. I was mad for her. Because it sucks, man. Like, to have your dream come true only for it to end, like, a week later or 2 weeks later, it's awful. You know? It's awful, man. But I feel like, I honestly can say that I feel like this is, of course I know this is not it for Naomi. And I don't think that this would be it for her as far as the title goes either.
Right.
So, I have confidence that she will come back, she'll be stronger than ever, she'll get the belt back, and she'll actually be given a proper title reign. Like, I think her having to give up the title right now, of course, it's not because, you know, it's because of injury. So, it's not like, you know, she, is just walking away for no reason, for no legit reason.
Right.
So I definitely I'm proud of her. You know, I was excited as shit when she won. And to watch her do that, I almost cried. I have to honestly say, hey, I felt that. I felt that, and it hurt. I know it hurt. So then Alexa Bliss walk her short ass out there. Girl, take your ass back to... I really was pissed off that too. I was like, take your short ass back to the back where you need to be. Like, don't come out here when, this is going on. Nobody care what you got to say. I don't want to hear shit you have to say. Shut up.
I mean, that being said, Keith, if that, look, I'm just saying, somebody at my job may or may not have quit or lost their job, right? However it happened.
Right.
But, hey, I didn't, go right when they was walking out, but damn it. Hey, so y'all looking for a new person for that spot?
Yeah, but all I'm saying, I hear what you're saying, Keith. Because let's just be real. Who hasn't, waited until that person literally was, out the door and was so? I know you need someone to fill that position. Come on, man. Just be honest. But the girls didn't even get to go all the way to the back. Naomi didn't even make it to the back area before she was out there so, about that belt.
Sometimes people don't make it out the door.
I'm telling you, I wanted to kick her. I wish Naomi would just elbow her in the face or something. I really wanted her to just do something, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So, it is what it is, and yeah, whatever. You know me, I get pissed about these things.
Alexa Bliss came out, and Daniel said, hey, man. Now, I thought he gave it up too early and too quick, personally. Which, not he, but maybe WWE. I thought they went too quick, right?
Right.
They went, immediately, all right, we got a title match. Because we had Alexa, who thought she should just get handed the belt. Glad she didn't get handed the belt. But she had a match against Becky Lynch. And she beat Becky.
Right.
And, to be fair, she beat Becky fair and square.
Mm-hmm.
No outside interference.
Mm-hmm.
Then Mickie James came and got kicked in the stomach. But, that came later. That was after the actual match.
Yeah.
SmackDown did not have a lot of matches either. It was funny. I had to rewatch it, and I was like, oh, wow, did I miss something? Did I fall asleep? Nope, didn't have a lot of matches this week. American Alpha beat Breeze Dango. After the match, they had a conversation with the Usos. Keish, this might be the best Usos I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes. I totally agree with that. I mean, I have been loving the Usos.
Man.
Ever since they've made their heel turn, I have been their biggest fucking fan. Seriously.
Yes. Okay. First of all, the way they do the promos is crazy. I like those hoodies too. Day one ish. I like that. But they was going back and forth, and it was just crazy. It was when you go into your room, your hotel night, you eat your protein bar, you drink a little protein shake, you ain't gonna be able to get no sleep. I was like, this is good.
Right. Yeah, it was awesome. It was some of the best stuff that I've seen. And some of the best stuff that I've seen from them, period.
Yeah.
But it's definitely some of the best stuff, in general, that I've seen in a while. They are working the shit out of this heel turn. Mm-hmm. They are definitely soaking in and they're exhibiting everything a heel is supposed to be to a T.
Right.
Without fail. And it's working for them. It is. All I need them to do at this point is have the titles.
Right.
And that will complete the entire package, period. So, that's all I'm waiting on right now.
Right.
Not someone to be... And was I think what is the best thing about this, and to me is something that I noticed, there's no attacks.
Right.
It's not like they're coming out there and they're attacking them before they do all of this. They're not laying a finger on anybody. All they're using is the mics.
Right.
Awesome.
So, with that being said, Natty and Nikki Bella have a match, no holds barred. Natty defeats Nikki Bella with the help of Maurice, of all people.
Yeah. And you know who came to stop Maurice? Her own damn husband, The Miz. I was like, oh shit, he really just gonna stop her like that? He just gonna let her go?
Yeah.
Glitterize and then
probably won't get involved. Third. Yeah.
Well, I know he wasn't gonna get involved, but he did because she got involved. So he got involved just long enough to remove her and be like, look, no. So, hey, I'm just saying that's pretty much how they went. It was like, no, honey, no, Maurice, this is not your place. Let's go to the back, and that was definitely a random act, but I understood it though. I mean, I understood it though. I mean, this is the second time that she has been affected by Natty and Nikki's constant fighting. So, yeah. Still crazy though.
Yeah. But after that, you had a 10-man battle royal to figure out who was going to be the WWE number one contender because Randy Orton mentioned his allegiance to Bray Wyatt, said he wasn't going to fight him.
Right.
Even though I believe a lot will happen between now and April. The 10-man battle royal had John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, AJ Styles, Apollo Crews, and it was a few other people. So,
yeah.
So, the match ends in a draw with AJ Styles and Luke Harper. Now, there was an interesting element of the match. The Miz, who was already eliminated, snuck back in the ring and threw out John Cena, which was not a disqualification because there's no DQ or nothing like that. It was perfectly seen as perfectly legal, even though it was an eliminated man throwing out another guy. Keish.
Yes.
They can't do this. And
why not? Why can't they do it?
I'm not about excited about seeing them. But
why can't they do it?
I don't know.
Tell me.
They can, but I would prefer it not.
I mean, of course no one would prefer it, but still, like, why can't they do it? They can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people wouldn't want them to. I can definitely understand that, but they can do it.
Yeah. So let us do what we came here to do, Keish. WrestleMania. Word on the street is that there is... So, not even word on the street. Basically what happened is, on the internet, somebody supposedly leaked out the card of the players for WrestleMania. I would tell you why it's all false. First of all, they ain't got the color letterhead right. They don't have the WrestleMania, which WrestleMania is on there. Also, the WWE hasn't worked out this much of the card yet. Like, this thing has 3 pre-show matches and 12 main card matches, which might work out like that, but that's somebody who's booking this who ain't factoring in. The WWE puts in a shit ton of commercials and stuff like that.
Of course.
We generally do the fantasy book here for WrestleMania. We haven't done it, but I sent you a copy of this list. I would like to go down it. We can talk about which ones are likely and unlikely to happen, and go from there, right?
Right.
American Alpha versus the Usos versus the Ascensions. SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Pre-show. Here's the thing. They got both of the tag team matches on the pre-show. That's not going to happen. I'm going to say one is going to be on the pre-show. The other is going to be on the main card.
All right.
The Raw Tag Team titles. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson will take on Sheamus and Cesaro versus Enzo and Cass. All right, they're not going to have two triple threats either for the titles. What is not going to be?
I got a good feeling that I got a good feeling that neither one of them is going to be in the pre-show. Like,
Yeah.
I got a good feeling. Because, I mean, we're talking about two title matches here. Like, this is WrestleMania, okay? There is no reason why any title matches whatsoever should be on the pre-show. Like, none. There are definitely other things that you could fill in, and we're going to get to them when we get to the rest of it. But there are definitely other things that you could fill in other than the SmackDown or Raw tag team titles. Like, you definitely need to have that on the main card. So it really don't matter, like, what order they come in and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We're not even going to go that far right now. All I'm saying is the tag team title matches will not be in the pre-show. Like, that's retarded. Why would you have two of the most important titles? Because, you know, there's only a certain amount of titles on each show. And tag team titles are unique in themselves because they're the tag team titles. You only have two. And it belongs to the tag, each belt belongs to the tag team that it belongs to. So you're not going to have that on the pre-show when you're going to have like 4 hours of WrestleMania anyway. Like, what's the point? What is the point?
No, I agree. Here's the thing. The pre-show is probably going to be 2 hours, right? The main card is going to be 4 hours. It's going to probably kick off at 6. They'll probably have 3 matches, but it won't be these 3. The third match, which will be on the pre-show, but I don't know, it'll be the Andre the Memorial Battle Royal. That has kind of been a pre-show staple. I think it will close out the pre-show as per usual.
I definitely can see that.
All right, main show. Neville versus T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick versus Akira Towzowa versus Jack Gallagher versus Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese. Ladder match for Cruiserweight Championship.
That would be awesome. Oh, that would be greatness.
Okay, I think this one is possible. Now, I don't think all the names will be here because I think Cedric Alexander is out.
Right. But I think that would be greatness. And it should be number one. It definitely should be the first match. Think about it. Like, you're going to start on WrestleMania with a ladder match for the Cruiserweight title? Yes. Set the tone. And that's how you should do it. I fully believe that this match is going to actually happen. It might not, like you said, it might not be all the names that's on that list, but I've got a great feeling that this is actually going to happen. So, definitely, most definitely, yes. I'm with it.
Right. Right. So, I think a concept, this is probably gonna go because here's the thing.
Right.
I think cruiserweights and ladder sounds like a match made in heaven. I also think people will die, but it does sound like a match made in heaven. So I'm gonna give this as a go. Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James versus Becky Lynch SmackDown Women's title. Also, this is how I know this list is full of shit because everything's a triple threat. I don't think Alexa will take on either of these ladies.
Well, I don't really see that happening. I mean, to tell the truth, I'm not going to lie. And I really just, I feel that she would take on Mickey before Becky, because we don't seen enough of Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. So I can see her taking on Mickey, but not Becky. But at the same time, that means that you would have to create a I turn my back on her storyline, you know, just to make that work. And I don't think they're going to do that. Not before WrestleMania. So, no, I don't see that being possible. Now, the next match, I definitely can see that happening. And hopefully they don't make it happen before WrestleMania, because if they do, it'd be a waste.
Right. But
So, oh yeah, I didn't tell which one it was, huh?
no, Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin Intercontinental Championship, no holds barred. I think that's legit. That's probably gonna happen. Like, they've been teasing, they've been working that storyline for a while. That's gonna happen. So, what's gonna happen is probably they're gonna wrestle for the title on SmackDown prior to, and there's gonna be shenanigans, and it's not gonna work out. So to counteract that, that's how we're gonna get to no holds barred at WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. I haven't got anything official on that, but I can tell you that there's actively been in the works. People have actually spoken to him over here in Atlanta at the Luncheon. So,
yeah. If it does, I don't know. I don't really know. I have mixed feelings about that. Like, if it actually does happen, I don't know how really excited I am going to be able to. I mean, I'm going to be to see it personally. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
But Big Show and Shaq, I think is realistic. They've been talking about it for years. Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the U.S. Championship. I don't think this match happens. I think the U.S. Championship might still be with Jericho at this time.
Yeah, I really don't see. Well, here's the thing. I can see it when you're talking about maybe Samoa Joe and Roman. But with Sammy, I guess he'll jump into the mix because of Samoa Joe. I just don't understand why this will be a triple threat for the U.S. title, because Roman, none of them have the U.S. title. So I don't really see it just happening, period.
Well, Seth Rollins versus Triple H is the next match on the card. I mean, that's coming, right? Like, that's fair enough.
Go ahead. Go comment. I mean, I really just don't. I don't know, Keith. I don't know. I mean, I really don't understand how you even get to that point.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like,
that's the only thing about it. I don't
Seth Rollins will face Triple H. Match number 7. John Cena and Nikki Bella mixed tag versus Miz and Maurice. This is the one that can't happen, Keish. We got to stop this. But I feel like that's what they're setting up. Miz attacks Cena during the Battle Royal. Maurice attacks Nikki during her match. They both want a piece of. They both want a piece of the same couple. They want. She wants a piece of Maurice, and he wants a piece of Miz.
Oh, when you put it like that, it sounds so cheesy. Like, if they do make this match happen, and God forbid that happens, if they do make this match happen, it'll be on the pre-show. They're not going to let this be night. They are. No,
it's going main roster. Keisha John Cena's going to main roster.
God, no. Well, can he put it like near the beginning of the show, like, so you can get it over with and we don't have to see it no more? Like, I just don't want to. I really don't want this match to happen, Keith. I don't. Like, I really don't want this match to happen. I really need for them to find something else for John Cena and The Miz. Seriously.
Well,
I can't. I just can't. I can't survive it. So, I don't want it. Nope, I don't want it.
Like I said, it'll be on the main show. Charlotte will defend the titles. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Nia Jax. Everything gonna be a quadruple, triple threat, or double. More likely, Charlotte and Bayley will wrestle again for the title. And this time it might be no holds barred or something like that.
Right, but why is everything like a quadruple, triple?
Here's the thing.
I didn't realize it.
I think the guys just try to base it on the current storylines and the fact that he feels like, hey, we gotta get as many people on this show as possible to fill this content, and also, you know, just enjoy a little bit, because you ain't gonna really enjoy it on the other hand, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho for the WWE Universal title. I could go with that. I believe that to be true. I don't think the Universal title will be on play. I think it'll be United States title of Jericho. Why? Because I think the Universal title has a future in the next match when Goldberg takes on Brock Lesnar.
Right.
I think it'll be Brock Lesnar's rubber match, and he probably won't stereotype. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how they get to the Kevin Owens Chris Jericho conclusion. Of course, we all can see that. We all know that. It's not hard. It wouldn't be anything that would be out of place. But Universal Championship,
Right.
that's the only thing about that. It's like, would the title really be involved in that match? It'd be for the U.S. title more so, more or less.
Right.
And yeah, I can see. Now it's funny because I'm skipping actually to the one they have listed after Goldberg and Lesnar. That really is like, what the hell, you know?
Right.
But of course, we all knew Brock Lesnar and Goldberg was going to happen because that was. But for the loser to retire, how do you even get to that stipulation? Like, do you add it after? Do you add it after everything? Like, I don't understand. How do you get that at conclusion?
Being male, that helps.
Yeah.
And just, pay attention to what I see.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, adding in the whole stipulation of loser retires is kind of like retarded, right? I don't know. I guess this is me. So.
Well, here's the thing. I think after WrestleMania, Goldberg is done. I think Brock will be done for a little while, but he'll still be sitting around trying to raise money, right?
Right. I guess we'll see about it. Okay, now, Keith. Undertaker versus AJ Styles. What in all the holy hell? Who the hell came up with that conclusion?
I don't know.
Like, how do you even get to that? Seriously. Like, how does that even happen? Is it one of those moments where, like, AJ's talking about how he's a face that runs the place, and all of a sudden the Undertaker just comes out and he's like, I'll break your face.
Yeah, I mean...
Talks edited.
Yeah. It's one of the places where, like, let little kids get a hold of stuff because they'll be wearing it on their head. So, yeah, Goldberg Lesnar in a loser retires match. I'm going to say Greg wins it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And I'm gonna put this out there because I feel it and I know it. Okay?
Right.
I think this last match can actually happen.
Right.
Like, I can see this. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, WWE Championship. Yes. I see it as a possibility.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Like, what you're saying is the three members of the Wyatt family will face each other for the title. To me, it's even if there's two of them former, of course, it's reality. It could be reality. Now, of course, the order of these matches in which they are listed is, of course, we know would not be the actual order because, like, this thing would be way out of whack anyway. But, yeah, a lot of these matches should just never happen. Period. Like, they needed to scrap the idea, scrap the storyline leading to it and everything, and start over. So, but, I mean, whoever came up with this whole entire WrestleMania card in itself, they had a very interesting view on how all of this could come about. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed, but at the same time, skeptical of the things, of the people that have been listed in the order they wish they have with their opponents. Because there's things that are on this WrestleMania match card that can't be really explained. And that's just using current storyline. You really can't explain some of this stuff. You can explain Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, Triple H and Seth Rollins. You can explain those things. You know what's going on when it comes to the Cruiserweight Championship. The tag team titles are both the toss-up because of the tag teams that are involved. The Andre Giant Battle Royal can definitely be explained because it has it. Because, of course, you know, we all knew they were going to have it. Shaquille O'Neal and Big Show, I mean, yeah, that's something else that's explainable. Hell, even John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice is explainable. But other things I feel like were either made out of some level of, like, unsolicited spite, or if it was just that bad. So I guess we'll just have to see how this plays out as we continue to watch it week in and week out, because at the end of the day, that's what determines what happens next. So we'll see. I can't wait. I have to honestly say I cannot wait.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out some things here. But did I come down all the way down? Oh, you know what? We still ain't finished the card. So Goldberg and Brock retires. I don't think that's going to happen. Well, I think it's going to happen. They're going to wrestle, but I don't think it's losing. I think that might be for the Universal Championship. Undertaker. AJ Styles? Ugh, probably not. Why?
Yeah.
No reason. No backstory. No nothing. It is just throwing some shit together.
Exactly.
Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. That's probably going to happen.
Right.
That's probably going to happen. Randy has fully destroyed the Harper family from the inside by Infiltrate. And he is going to share the world. So, that's probably going to happen. I can live with that one. Undertaker, AJ Styles, no. You know, my match for Undertaker has been Cena for most of the while with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually, to tell the truth, I would actually look forward to Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Luke Harper facing each other for the title.
Well, see, I
that's
think
actually something that I would definitely be.
Luke will find a way to win, and then the tension will be with those guys, and then I think Randy go like RKO Bray at the weirdest time, and then it's just gonna all fall apart. And
Exactly.
gonna be, like, you gonna think Bray's the most vulnerable at that moment, then I think that's just what's gonna cause everything to go that way.
Right.
Goldberg Lesnar one last time. Like I said, I think it's gonna be. I think what happens is Goldberg wins the belt. He'll drop it to Lesnar, and then Lesnar will drop it later. You know, whatever.
Right.
I'm going down the list. KO and Jericho, I think will have a good match. It might be for like the U.S. title, and Jericho will have it. Charlotte and Bayley, that thing will be a 1-on-1. You might be able to get Nia in a 3-way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think this Cena thing is going to happen.
I don't want it to, though.
I really think this Cena thing is going to happen. Like, they laid it out already. So Cena is going to be on Miz TV on Tuesday. Like, I think it's going to get laid out pretty much that way.
Right.
Okay. Rollins will take on Triple H. I mean, we've been setting that up for months now, right? Samoa Joe. See, Roman is already... It's kind of funny. This WrestleMania card... Now, I'm assuming Braun Strowman will be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but he's not booked on the main card? Nah. I think the Roman and Strowman thing still going to be going on.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Joe and Sami Zayn, I don't know.
I mean, I think Sammy just been thrown into this, like, randomly. But I don't think that this is going to continue into WrestleMania. I think that, of course, Joe has created another enemy for himself, but not to the extent where this will go on to the main show. Like, I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to kind of see how that plays out between them two. But that's the only way I can really see that this match actually happening, you know? Like, other than that, there's nothing else that I can really say to add to make it feel like that this is a possibility.
Right.
So, because they have to really play off the whole Sami Zayn Samoa thing for it to really happen. But it is what it is, I guess. So, but some of the rest of the stuff it doesn't look impossible. It just makes you wonder, like, no.
The big one, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin. IC title, I think will be match of the night.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. No holds barred, too?
Yeah.
Over with. You know it's going to be match of the night.
Yeah.
Like, that, well, I take it back. The one match that can contend with it is the ladder match for the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah. I mean, because that's going to be nuts.
Right.
Like, I think we all can agree that's going to be crazy.
Exactly.
Like I said, somebody's going to get hurt pretty bad. But with that being said, I think we're done as far as our show.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with a preview of Fastlane, the final Raw brand pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which should give us some clarity of where we're going.
Right.
So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the other side.
Bye.
Genuine for 89. Peace.
You ain't got no sense.